Alrighty, alrighty. Away we go. The legendary Kyle Hendricks in the
Kyle
room.
is
Great to see you guys. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for jumping in. Here we go. We have an incredible group of people already in this room. Look at these rock stars. Stacey, I'm talking to you. Leo Palmer, nice to see you. Amazing to have you here. Kim Blasco, fantastic. Beck, great to have you here. Peter's in the house. Amazing, guys. Let's go. We also have Beck is here with us. We've got a whole bunch of note takers as well. And of course, the legendary Benji, husband, just joining us right now with an incredible mountain view on his profile. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Who should be here that isn't? Let them know. If you have any colleagues or friends who are in the high level space, in the white label space, that you work with, collaborate with, want to continue to do so, invite them in. It's wlszoom.com/training. They're more than welcome to come on in. Today is a hot seat session, so we are excited to welcome you. By the way, good morning, Johan. How you doing?
I'm great, man. You are sounding much better, my friend.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, that's all the coffee that's just kicking in. So I'm happy to hear that. I've been, wow, it really hit me hard this week. Got a little bit of flu and all that sort of stuff and took me down. Thankfully, the incredible team with Mr. Kyle Hendricks at the helm was driving it forward. And Johan, keeping on working on some amazing stuff that we're going to release to you guys next week. By the way, Johan, as for the benefit of all, as I've been doing our outreach, so guys, what's the expression? It's a terrible expression. We drink the Kool-Aid, we eat our own dog food, all that kind of stuff. We've got our outreach going on all the time, and I'm reaching out to influencers for podcasts and to get us big audiences and all that kind of stuff. We're doing that every day. And I asked, so as I was working in the tool, I said to myself, you know, there's one little piece that would make this easier. And so I flicked over to our dev team. And this is, guys, this is the benefit of having your own team, like literally at your disposal. So I flicked over to our dev team and I said, hey guys, as I'm doing this, it'll be really easy for me on this process that I'm doing. If you could just change this little thing, and by the way, it'll help everybody else as well. And the dev team came back and said, sure, can do. And I went, yay. So I tested it last night. Do you guys want to see it? It's such a
Heck
small change,
yeah.
but it's
Wait,
so
wait, wait.
yay! All right, cool.
Give it
It's such
to
a small
us,
change.
Walt. Show it
Yay! All right,
now.
all right, all right, all right. I will do.
I'm
I will
showing
do.
off because I got a new mic.
Nice. You're sounding
Does it
good,
look good?
Stacey. Sounding
I mean,
good.
I
Sounding
kind of
good.
sound like I should do some
Look at
karaoke.
you
What do you
with the
think?
whole. And now
I mean,
over to
like, yeah,
Stacey.
I should be like this.
You
I
should be
kind of
like
feel
on
like I should
America's
be
Got
like this
Talent
because
or
I look
something. It's
like a
like
cartoon character today with the hair and everything.
I love that. You could do that whole AI avatar thing and make that come to life. That'd be cool. Hey, so guys,
That's me.
so what I was doing was I was firing up the tool, obviously, jumping in, doing the influencer search, and as I was looking at the influencers, we have a really cool rule internally that I love, which is we don't do business with anyone that we don't like. I love that rule. That's such a good rule. So part of that means that I'm jumping across to their profiles and I'm actually looking at people and I'm saying, do I like this person? Do I want to work with this person? Because if we're like partners, we all of our team refer to you guys as partners. If we want to work with our partners, we want to make sure that we like these people, right? So cool rule. So I'm checking out influencers and I'm saying to myself, all right, cool. Are these the kind of people that we want to work with? And I'm going to show you the before and after shot. All right. So what I used to do and was a little bit slow, what I asked the team to add, and I think it's either been released last night or is being released today, Mr. Kyle, is did Noreen ask you for the release go ahead? She said she was going to.
No, so I think that's happening tomorrow with
That's going
another
to happen tonight. Okay, cool. So
update. So yeah,
I'll show you the
well,
before and
yeah,
after.
you're
All right.
tonight.
Might, yeah, exactly. All right, so I'm going to show you the before and after. Here we go. All right, so this is the before shot. You guys know this really, really well. So what I was doing was I was coming into our influencers, and I'm going, all right, chatting to people, working away. So I go and their profile. So I'd open up their profile, and I want to make sure that I like this person. So I'd come over and see who they are, and okay, cool, are they the right kind of person? All right, great. And then I'd make a decision on that, and I'd come back and I'd add a label. Then I'm only choosing to send across to the CRM the ones that I've labeled, that I've checked, and I want to work with these people. So, but to add a label, what I was doing, what I was have to tick, this one, and then I'd say add a label, and I'd say, okay, I've sent him a DM or I've done whatever I wanted to do, say qualified, and he sees a little loading system, label set, okay, cool. And then I'd have to go to the next one. And that's okay. It's been great. But I was like, it'd be really great if I could do this on this screen and I just didn't have to move anywhere. So I just asked the team, and hey presto, this is coming out tonight. Now, in our when we're working with our things, who's got smart eyes? Who can see stuff that I'm not showing you? What am I not showing you? That's coming soon. So now when I've got lists of influencers, I can say, hey, I just checked these guys out and I want to add a label right here on this screen. And I don't have to do more clicks. I can just add multiple labels. I can do my thing right here. And what this allows me to do, as you guys who have been with us for a little while know, that once I have my labels in place, now I can just filter my list. So how am I working with my leads that I've generated? I want to be able to say, okay, look, I've logged back in. I'm ready to send them another message. So filter everybody who has the label of called and just show me those ones. All right, great. And I can really get my list moving super quick. So my little yay hooray change was just being able to do what we call inline editing. So being able to edit those records as we go and make some cool stuff. So that's coming out tonight. We've also got some pretty cool.
Does that status transfer over when you're transferring it over to the CRM for triggers?
Yeah, surely does.
Slick.
Slick, nice, right?
Slick,
So
that is nice.
we've also got some other cool stuff coming. Not showing you guys anything. I'm really, really not showing you anything at all about the way we're working because we don't spoil surprises. So, all right.
Oh, I just saw a surprise there.
No, you didn't. I didn't
Yes,
show
I
anything.
did.
You're
I
such a.
saw one.
By the way, Walt's had this gag order on me, and I can't talk, but he's just showed you guys some
I didn't
stuff.
know. I know. I didn't show anything. Showed nothing. There's nothing there to see.
I
We
have
are.
that one too.
Can you open up your?
Yeah, I'm a tech junkie, man. You know what I'm saying.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Groove is
Very
in the
cool.
house. That's all I gotta say.
So we've got some really cool stuff coming for you guys, and we are just going to keep stacking all of that good stuff into the system. Mr. Johan.
Can you open up your? Hang on, I'm gonna fix my volume. There we go. Is that better? Can you
Much
open
better.
up your screen again? Go back
Mhm.
to the influences for a second.
Yeah, can do.
That,
So to
that
show the list of
already.
influencers.
Yeah,
Yep.
correct.
Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Can do. Doing that now. Done. Cool.
And just go back to the first screen that you had without the filters.
Without the filters. Yeah, this one.
Anyway, you had Austin Armstrong up there, right?
Oh yeah, that's in my live account. Austin.
There
Yep.
we go. Guys, look at that. So speaking of eating doing what you say you're going to do. So Walt, you can stop sharing now. I'm going to start sharing.
Okay.
Walt reached out to Austin, had a great podcast with him, and then check this out, guys. Thank you, Walt, for the gift basket, and look at the reach.
Awesome.
We 1.7 million followers. So well done, Mr. Walt.
That was
is
nice. That was really cool. But so guys, check the strategy, right? So and I talk about this a lot, and we're going to get to Q&A in just a second because this is not Walt's soapbox, is it? Wait, that's what it says on my screen. So check the strategy, right? So Austin Armstrong has a Facebook reach of 1.7 million people, has an Instagram reach of 3.6 million people, has a TikTok reach over 2 million people, has YouTube views, check this one out, over 800 million views on his YouTube channel. Now, that's a pretty big lever to pull, right? That's a pretty big lever. So, what don't you do in that scenario? You don't reach out to that big lever influencer and go, can you please promote my stuff? Because that's like a surefire way to get. But what we did and what we encourage you guys to do is we reach out to that influencer and make them look great. Make them look great. Make them look great. So we got Austin onto an interview. That interview's coming out. I think I saw it rendered up yesterday, so it should be probably next week, I would imagine, in our release schedule. So we do an interview, make our guest look amazing, right? And then send him a little gift afterwards. So multiple chances for that influential person to spotlight us. Number one, spotlight done. Hey, Walt, amazing. Thanks so much for the gift. Here's a little gift basket. Now, seen really good in his eyes, right? Next, we're going to drop him out an entire graphics pack because that's what we do when we have a guest on the show. We make them look like a rock star, send them off a nice little social media graphics pack and say, you're amazing. And then when the episode drops, a little ping that says, hey, Austin, your episode's live. And no, he hasn't done this yet, but our other guests have. Nice little shout out. And guess what happens to your traction? You're leveraging, in Austin's case, millions of people who are in the right space. Now, one last step on this, and then I'll turn the mic over. If you are looking to attract a particular audience, right, you can look for influencers in that audience. Okay, so people who are big dogs in that space, or you can look to who they follow and do the same thing, right? So you can go into Instagram and you can do your search and you can find the people who are big dogs in the space, and then you can go up a level for the interviews and the information. So you can find out who they follow and you can make them look good. And when they shout you out, all of the people that you want to reach hear about it. All right, I'm going to throw the mic over. So hopefully you guys have got gold. First thing up on our meeting this morning. Guys, if you got gold, just say gold in the thing if that's pretty cool.
I think it's pretty important that we recognize the value of cheese and sausages.
I agree. I don't know why, but okay.
I mean, I'm from the Midwest and I know cheese is very important there. So yes, I will totally, hands down.
So you're giving me cheese?
That, Walt.
I've got cheese? All right.
Cheese and sausages, yes.
Nice. All right. I'm good. All right. Very cool. Very cool. All right, guys. So today is our hot seat session, which is an incredible benefit to the members of this community. And this is the way it works. You're going to tell us about your business. You're going to tell us about where you're up to. You're going to tell us about wins, losses, challenges, and struggles. And then you get to throw that over to the mastermind, which is the incredible 23 people on this call right now. And you get to be able to say, hey, so what do you guys think? And if you're in the group, in the community here, we would love to hear your first rated response would be experience about that same issue. So I faced that, this is what I did, and this was the result. If you don't have experience in the issue, we'd love to hear your opinion. This is the way I'd follow it. This is the way I'd chase it. This is what I would do. So then after we throw that over to the mastermind, if Kyle or myself or Johan has got anything to add, we will do so and we'll come back to you. So this is literally your chance to have incredible marketing minds, business owners, agency associates just like you look at challenges in your business and help you through that. So the way to get the attention is, as Kim has just demonstrated, use the raise hand icon down the bottom of your Zoom and you can be in the hot seat. That means you're going to tell us what's going on. You're going to jump on the mic. You're going to let us know what's happening and we're going to throw it over. You can do that. Or if you're feeling super extra shy, you're going to just pop your question into the chat box and we will throw that over to the team. Does that sound like a plan, Mr. Johan? You ready to rock? Kyle, you got your thinking cap on? Chaos cap at full rev. Let's rock. All right. So Kim Blasco, hiya. Thank you so much for jumping in.
Hey, always so fun to talk to you two guys.
Absolutely.
Guys. You know, everybody. I am the, slow to start, haven't really made any money yet kind of girl. And so it's a little intimidating because I feel like, everybody here knows what they're doing. So let me just tell you what happened. Of course, I had Dakota's team build out my 4 bots, really 3 bots. But anyway, and so I think because I wasn't launching, they just turned me on. Yeah. I'm not kidding. They just turned me on, which is fine. But Welgie told me, let's do general contractors in LA. I'm in Southern California. And I said, okay, great. I have no niche that I'm really focusing on. Well, I got a list of the general contractors in LA, and then my 7 email system started going. Well, then I looked at it, and everybody was from it. So I don't know what happened. Everybody was from General Motors.
Right.
So what did I do wrong? Well, I didn't do anything wrong, but just so now I'm kind of like stuck because I don't want to do something like that again.
Yep.
And so it's learning. So can you tell me what I need to do differently so that that doesn't happen
Absolutely.
again?
Yeah, definitely. So I do want to throw this over the mastermind and follow our rules. So, guys, just let me know. Would you like to answer to Kim, or do you want me to jump in? Guys, just say me or you in the chat. So you're saying me for you, and you're saying you for me, right? If that's not confusing, I don't know what is. All right, I'll go. All right, I'll go. All right, Stacey,
Yeah,
that's probably a much
yeah,
cleverer idea. Just type the name of the person that you think should respond. All right. So,
yeah, yeah.
Kim, first of all, the great news is that you've sent that email out to probably I don't know, 100 people.
But I think that he had it set at 20, just
So
to, my
so that's
first.
even better news. What's really, 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 really great news is that email got sent to 20 people.
Yeah,
And you'll have an open rate on that. And let's say you had the best email in the world and you probably got a 40% open rate, which means 2 people opened it. And that means the world has not ended, which is great. We had a
exactly.
client. We had a client in our early days that turned on autopilot when it wasn't autopilot, but she turned on autopilot in GHL, and she brought in a list of accountants and she hit send with a placeholder email in place, and it was like the email went out with hey, business name in brackets, insert content here. I'm an accountant and I'd love to do this, insert signature here. And it went out to 300 people. And she absolutely freaked out until she got 2 bookings, which was amazing. So great news, Kim. The world hasn't ended. So you're no
Nope.
better, no worse off. But how do we make sure
Hmm.
that this doesn't happen again?
Yes.
We had a really great team member colleague who was working with us, a guy named Mike Pacito, who phrased this comment really, really, really well. And the comment was, "Don't automate until you've tested." Right? So we go, okay, cool. Let's make sure that we get it right, and then we turn on everything from the automation point of view. So first things first, let's work backwards. Is the email well worded? Are you happy with it? Have you gone in and edited it? Have you looked at there are specific components of that email, Kim, that rely on the AI research being done by the bot and being filled in the fields. So is that all done? Once you're happy with the email, we can come back a step and say, cool, make sure that we get the right people into the list. And we say, okay, cool. Who are the right people? Now, general contractors, it's not bad. In the absence of any other search, it's just as good as any other, right? So I always again love the commentary. I don't know what to do, but I know nothing's not it. So doing something is always good. Um, I would highly encourage. I would highly encourage to look at the 20 free leads offer rather than the 7
Okay.
email sequence. So I would see if you can, let's make sure that the right offer is being sent out. I would encourage that, but again, it's up to you. Now, getting the right people in the list. I don't have a niche. I love that comment because Mr. Kyle taught me this very, very well. He said a niche is not an industry, all right? A niche is a set of specific problems that you can solve well, all right? Now, what does that look like? I work with accountants. Cool, great, that's fine, that's okay. I work with accountants who are based in Southern California. Okay, getting better. I work with accountants in Southern California who have got 10 staff or more. Okay. I work with accountants in Southern California that have got 10 staff or more that are currently facing lead generation and systemization problems in their business. Right. So we just went from everyone in the world to a specific set to only a few to only a really, really small amount of people. Now, what does that mean? That means that, well, hang on a second. Doesn't that mean I'm going to be leaving all that money on the table? No. That just means when you wave the flag, a very tight group of people says, I see you and I have that problem. So choosing a niche is probably one of the most common questions that we ever see in the high level group. And I want you to think of it like this. If you could only attract the attention of a specific group of people, even if that group contains two or one, if you've got this problem, I can solve it for you. Wave a flag if you've got that problem. You'll have the best chance of solving that problem for people who you can get the attention of. So a niche is not an industry. A niche is a specific set of problems that you can solve. Now, that might be geographic. I only want to work with people who are within 20 kilometers of driving distance from my home. Cool, great, no problems. I only want to work with people who are at a higher income bracket. Great, fantastic. Whatever it is that your set of problems are becomes your niche. So contractors are great. Why? What can I do for them? So Kim, I would encourage you to think, what challenge am I trying to solve? I'm trying to solve lead generation for businesses that need lead generation. One of the things that I've said to, can't remember her name, but she ran a really great campaign out to builders and contractors and concreters and people in that construction space. And she was falling flat. Amazing campaign, 20 free leads, all that kind of stuff. And she was like every week coming back going, send out another 100. I'm just not getting any response. And I asked her, when was the last time you tried to book a contractor? And she said, whenever it was it easy? No, they were booked out for months. Ding. That's probably a niche where they don't genuinely need lead generation. You need to attack it from a different problem. If you've got leads that are dropping off and you're losing money because the phone's ringing too often and you're missing all of those calls, I can help you with that, right? So different, beautiful niche, amazing, plenty of home contractors and, all that kind of stuff, but make sure we're solving a problem that they have, not a problem that they don't have. So choose a niche, which is a company set of problems that you can solve. Who has that problem, right? Let's now fine tune our way of searching so you're getting the right people in there, Kim. Number one, go in, search for industries that you want to work with, locations you want to work with, people that you want to work with at a specific level. Have a couple of test runs manually to get that right. Now, there's a few other settings that I want to show you that are going to make that more important or more dialed in for you, Kim. So we're going to come in and we're going to make sure that when you're doing the search, so we're talking companies, we can do, hairdressers or contractors or shelving manufacturers or flooring companies or roofing, whatever it is, that lawyers, blah, whatever that niche that you want to look for, whatever that location you want to look for, we're going to put them into a list. We're going to do that. So we can do that in companies. We can also do that in people. We can say, I want to work with marketing managers who are in the San Francisco Bay Area that have got this many years experience. You can set up the kinds of people that you're looking for. Cool. Next, once you've run a couple of manual tests and you've looked at it and gone, all right, great. I've got med spas in this example. I've got the med spas. They look like the right kind of people. I'm good. Everything seems to be okay. Your next comment there was, everyone was from General Motors, right? So one of the things that we set, and especially if it's on autopilot, is how many of these records do you want to actually be sent across? Because you can send, for example, if I go tick, everybody, send, I can do this and say everybody, all emails from all companies. Now, hang on a second. If I've got 10 emails from this particular business, do I want all 10 people in that organization to get that email? It's a sure way to make enemies, I think. Like that means you're going to be the conversation at the water cooler. Did you get that email? Yeah, I got that email. Did you? Everybody got that email. All right. It's a little bit naff. So again, my own personal rule is I set that as a maximum of 2. A personal rule. That's just me. I send this to 2 people in any organization. So when you're setting up your autopilot, now we're going to bring this full circle. I've got my offer right. I suggest the 23 leads just because we've seen so much success with it. I've got my offer right. I've got my emails right. I now want to set up my search. I've done a couple of manual searches and say, yes, that's the people I'm looking for. When you create your autopilot search and we go, okay, company search, I want this to be my daily contractors leads. All right. I want this to happen every day. Go. Now, I'm looking for, in this example, contractor, all right? And I'm looking in a particular location. So I'm just going to go in and around Las Vegas. Actually, contractors in Las Vegas, I might get a whole lot of different results. Might not. Anyway, we'll keep that for another time. Right. So I'm going to say, how many do I want? Let's say 20. Okay, great. And add them to a list. Okay, great. Can do. Now, the next piece, we go, this is where we start to dial into this a little bit to make sure. This is the first thing we're going to do is Autopilot's going to look at all of the kind of areas around the city that we've chosen, and it'll work through them consecutively. So you'll see these turn gray as the Autopilot runs for a few days because it'll do all of the searches in one area, then it'll move to the next one, then it'll move to the next one. All right. So we can say, cool. Now, this is something that I encourage you to do. Only work with people you want to work with. So if you want company size to be a filter, set that up. More than 5 employees, as an example. Now, company size is a really tight filter on our system because not every company records that information. So you might miss a lot, right? So just use it with caution. I always turn this one on where the email address is verified. Now, again, that takes out a lot of bulk, but it does leave us with better deliverability on our email. Okay. So now I've got where emails are found, the email address is verified. All right. Now I can say, do I really need to enrich the employee data? Do I need to know their job history, their skills of the people I'm reaching out to? I don't in the case of sending out a cold email in this particular example, again, depending on what you want to do. And then this is the important one where we say, do I also then want to run these AI scripts? Do I want to make sure that I've got data rich here? So do I want my summary? If I've got a summary, do I want an intro paragraph? All right. And has that been written? Have I, tweaked that to make sure that I've got the right thing being done? And now once I've got all of that, then I'm going to send it to the CRM. And this is the piece that I'm probably assuming Dakota's team did for you. In their best heart, they just want to do the right thing by you. And they would have come over to here and go on emails. Yeah, man, all of them. I go, no, just give me 2. All right. And then we can send it to the sub account of your choice. All right. So setting that up. And again, hopefully, Kim, as I've walked that through, get the emails right, get the offer right, get the niche right. The niche will fine tune itself. I don't know what to do, but I know that doing nothing's not it. Get some action going on, get some traction going on, get some statistics going on. Run a week talking to contractors and a week talking to professional level financial advisors, blue collar, white collar, whatever it is. Run a week, to dog trainers. I wouldn't suggest that niche, but run a week to that particular section and run a week to that particular section, and then go and say, okay, 4 weeks later, that group responded the best, or at least even opened the emails more than the others. Cool, dive deep into that and let's build this up. So run to contractors, run to professionals, run to local services, and solve the problems that you think they have. When you set up your autopilot, make sure you're only sending it across a certain amount of emails. And as the last piece of this whole thing, in your lists themselves, all right, set up a little tag here. So go click on the 3 dots in this view, go to tags and create a tag called autopilot or something like that. And that's the tag that will then fire the automation. So we go autopilot search, send to CRM. They will just literally sit there in the contacts list and do nothing unless you have said, when they have this tag, put them into this automation and send out my 7 email series or send out my 20 free leads series. Okay. So 1, get the offer right. So you've got a page where people can get in touch with you. 2, get the emails right so that what you're sending is coming through. Put a trigger on that email, right? 3, get your search done and make sure the people are correct. 4, automate that search so that you've got coming through with the right emails and the right information in the right frequency. And then 5, make sure your tags are there and turn it on. And then you'll see leads coming in, monitor your stats and keep pushing. Is that helpful, Kim? It's probably a lot to take in.
Yes, thank you so much. And I had one question. When you said emails, instead of all emails, just hit 2 emails, does that mean if you're doing a 7 email sequence, what exactly does that 2 emails mean?
Good question. So your challenge was that you send it to everyone at General Motors. No. When you're saying only 2 emails, that means only let me do my screen share again. That means only 2 of the names from the results will be sent across. So, for example, in my MedSpa list here, I in this one company, I've got 10 emails. So no, 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 no. Don't send all 10. I only want two. So in that case, it'll only send the first two on the list.
So, Kim, if you wanted to be lazy and not pick through and choose the two that you wanted to, you could just select two and it'll basically just pick two itself. Okay.
Correct.
I would personally go through every one and make sure that, in our case, we'd probably be looking for like a director of marketing or something as such that would be purchasing the leads, correct?
That's
Depending upon
great.
what it
And
is that you're marketing for.
that's a really great tip, Stacey. And in fact, guys, you can filter based on position. Okay. Now, again, anytime you put a filter, you run the risk of taking out good contacts, but maybe that's a good thing. I don't care if I send 17 emails instead of 70, so long as the 17 I send land on the president's desk or the marketing director's desk. All right. So I can filter based on role. So I can come in here and say where the position is director. All right. And that will mean that, there you go. I've taken everybody out because I spelled it wrong. Okay. Well, that's probably why. Director. All right. So go. Okay, now I've got some whole bunch more people in there, but instead I've got much fewer results here. All right, but it's got the word director in it. All right, cool. So, and I can set that in my autopilot as well. Or as Stacy said, you can go through and go, okay, well, who should get the email at that position? That guy. Who should get the position at that guy? If you're doing it on autopilot, you want to set that filter up if you want to make sure that you've only got specific people. Now, of course, you can filter based on multiple positions. So I can say they're either a director or they're a president or they're whatever. All right. So I can have multiple words up here that I'm filtering on. So then I'm only choosing the positions that go through. Stacey, did you know that? That might save you some time as well.
And no, I really like that. But I also like going through because you never know like what, director of, it could be director of finance or it could be,
Right.
versus director of marketing.
Sure.
So it's like I like to look at the actual results that it's pulling before I go through and send it to them because
Perfect. Perfect.
again,
Perfect.
you aren't gonna, I mean, I like the filter, don't get me wrong, but you kind of want to be a little selective as far
Yeah,
as
I
I'm
get it. Absolutely. Absolutely.
personally.
So
That's just
Kim,
my
hopefully
personal
that's helpful and let's keep on moving through so that we can move ahead. Thank you so much, Kim. I appreciate you jumping in.
Thank you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Okay.
Next on our
All
list, I
right,
think, was
next.
Rory, yeah?
That's correct.
Rory.
Hey Walt, how are you?
Hey, bud, how you doing?
Pretty
Yeah,
good.
good, thanks. Just a simple quick question. I was just demoing yesterday, so I've got a couple of questions based on that. Just you might be able to help me.
Sure.
I just want to share my screen if I can.
Yeah.
Can you take that downstairs, fellas? So I've got kids there.
No, you're good, man. You're good. No problems.
iPads, I'm trying to keep them busy.
Understand
Uh,
that.
all right, here we are.
That's the first time I've heard your dad voice, Rory.
Pretty good. Pretty good at it, aren't I? No. Okay, so two questions. I was dealing with an ad agency yesterday, and they said, "Oh, we've got a fleet manager thing. Can you do truck dealership demos?" So I was like, "Yeah." So I like do a company search for dealerships, and they're like, "Yeah, that's good." And it was loading 20 at a time. I said, can I just get a rolled up figure like you can search and just see there's 500 in like the Sydney metropolitan area or something? Is there a way to do that off the bat so he could go back to his clients and say, hey, I've got 500 potential leads for you without having to press load more like 25 times to get to 500 or something?
Yeah, great question. At the moment, no. We've got a new search coming where the answer will be yes. But at the moment, no. And the reason for that is because we've said there's no point in getting 7,000 results because you're not actively using those results in any meaningful way. So at the moment, we've gone be specific about the ones you're getting, and of course, one of the big things from our resellers' point of view, from you guys' point of view, is that we want to remove the complaints that come to you. So imagine if you've got a brand new client, they jump in and go, gimme truck dealerships. And hey, I used all my 1,000 credits. I don't even have a chance to. There's a problem. So we want to slow it down deliberately because otherwise you consume your credits super, super quick. Now, in terms of speed, Johan and I did a test. We're like, find me all the marketing agencies in Australia. It took me, I think it was 12 minutes, Johan, and we had like 4,312 kind of, So would you spend 12 minutes to get 4,000 records? Yes. What that meant was moving around, just choosing my cities, expanding it out, all that kind of stuff. But it allowed me to go slow enough to get the results without burning the credits all at once. So it is coming that we've got a different style of search, which will give you a mass number and you can choose how many you want. But the local search that we're looking at here is always going to be moving around geographically to find the results you're looking for.
Yeah. And just to confirm, like if you do a deep dive, people search using 3 credits per person. But if you do a company search, how many credits? Is it just one for that company? Because like just say they've got 10 people. Okay, cool.
So on your screen right now, you've got 21 emails, but you've used 3 credits, 3 results, regardless of how many emails are connected to those results.
Yeah, cool. And the other question I had is, sorry, I'm just a bit busy. Can you? Oh, 5 minutes. Yeah, so I was looking at these marketing directors with them because they also want to go after marketing managers and stuff. I said, oh, there's no phone numbers and stuff, and there's missing emails. I explained that we use publicly available data and, not everything there because we don't go scraping. But does it generally find phone numbers and stuff? Because I
Click
know
on the box click on the box in the top left, or click on any box of any one of those records.
Yep.
So, yeah, click, and then you'll have a little button that says "Get Phone Number" up the top,
next to
in the middle,
Yep.
down a little, down.
Oh,
down,
yeah,
down.
get phone. Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so you can go and gather the phone number. Now, again, not everybody mobile phone number in this case is not available. So you won't spend a credit if it doesn't return a result, but you can tick everyone on bulk and you can go off and chase this. The ones now, again, what we say, guys, is we find publicly available information. So if it's available, we'll find, and we're talking a cell phone number, we're talking a mobile phone number, so like a personal result. You can find the company phone number in a heartbeat. In fact, if you click on any of those light bulbs, as an example,
I was
click on
just
the
about
light
to say
bulb.
that. Yep.
Yeah, and then you click on company over on the right hand side. There you go. You'll be able to find the company phone number of that particular company easily, but the mobile phone number is a rare gem, right? So you can choose, go and look at my list of 100 people, click the get phone numbers button, and you might return 7 or 12 or 26 or 117 if you're talking to real estate agents. But you will only find the phone numbers of the people that publicly make that available.
yeah, okay. No worries.
So company phone number is definitely easy to do, but mobile phone number is rare and unique. Kyle, did you want to add something there as well?
No, I was just saying when you were mentioning the light bulb, I said that was where I was heading to. So
Yeah.
that light bulb will sometimes return other email addresses as well.
Mm-hmm.
Those haven't been verified, but our system will find some that, maybe from a past record or just something that we couldn't verify, and they'll recommend those as additional contact resources too.
Absolutely.
Cool. No worries.
So
yeah,
hopefully that's a little bit helpful, Rory.
Yeah, that's a little bit helpful. So in this case, like Grace Farnell, like she works for Fidante Partners or something, but it's only finding her Gmail. Obviously, it's not able to crawl and find her actual
Click into the light bulb.
Yep.
All right, and go to contact.
Oh, sorry. Yep.
There you go. So that's the only email address we found for that particular person.
Yeah. Okay. No worries. Yeah, because sometimes it obviously gets this smart group, it's all aligned. Some it isn't. Yeah. Okay, cool. All good. That's me. You've answered my questions. Now I can go back to my client, potential client, and answer his questions properly because I said I'd email him and just say, look, I'd talk to the experts and I'll come back. So thanks.
You're welcome, man. Great to see you. Cool.
All right.
Awesome.
Next,
And Kyle, I'm just popping you a note from that company enrichment point of view. And let's see, I've just popped that through. So see if we can put that in. Johan, did I hear you?
Stacey.
Oh,
Yeah,
Stacey.
Stacey.
Cool.
Okay.
Thanks, Rory.
So thank you, Rory. That was awesome because I had that same situation happen like on a live demo and like nobody's phone number showed up. But he was
Yeah.
like
So
looking for VC funding angel investors, which, you know, it's very rare that they're going to publish their phone number because they know everybody wants their money.
right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the truth, right? So it's one of the we it's a blessing and a curse. Everything is online. It's a blessing and a curse. It's like, how the heck did you get my number? So we specifically make sure that the information we deliver back is publicly available via APIs and via compliant methodology, all that kind of stuff. Now, AI does bend that, So I'm happy to test it while we're talking if you like, but you could write an AI prompt that lets you, using all available resources, find as many contact details as you can for that particular person. Whatever AI can find is out of our control. But yeah, from a
But
You,
straight point of view, find only the compliant data that we've got coming into the system.
so somebody had a video on YouTube. This happened yesterday, where they took a screenshot of everybody of a Zoom, like of let me just remember, of this Zoom, and then they uploaded that to ChatGPT and said, identify everybody on this Zoom call. And it
Wow.
came back with all their names and social profiles and LinkedIn's. It
Wow.
was, but theirs
That
was
is
like,
amazing.
yeah. Anyway, so since then, I think they've gone and shut that off.
Oh, really?
I
Okay,
just hid
interesting.
myself.
You just
You
hid
what?
yourself.
They'll have your name. Get close.
Right.
ACS, go ahead, find me.
Give it a shot. I'm sure you're the only one, Stacey.
I am the only one. Yes.
Awesome. All right, guys, we've probably got time for two more
I
people
do have
to
a question though.
go.
Can you show me, because I'm constantly hiring for the same position over and over and over again.
Hmm.
And I guess my question is like to really utilize this as like the central hub for recruitment,
Hmm.
that there's just got to be an easier way. And I think you kind of started touching on it. And then my mind started, going, oh, wow, I can set up a filter for somebody with these sort of titles,
Hmm.
because like, let's say that it is like a finance manager,
Hmm.
okay, that I'm constantly recruiting for. And I know
Yep.
all those titles. Sometimes it seems like if I put in too many of those parameters, then I'm restricting the number of pullbacks. Does that do that with titles too, or I'm
Um,
you understand what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like it would have to say if I put in title options as finance manager, finance director, finance, now all of a sudden like nobody's going to have both those titles. Now I get nothing, you know?
Oh, I see what you mean. Is it an or
Is
search
it an
or an
or?
and search?
Right.
Right. I just ran that prompt to see what AI would return on the phone numbers. So, um, yeah. So, I see what you mean. And search or search. I Shall we test? Because I don't know. Shall we
Yeah, that'd
test?
be awesome.
Um, I would
Because
have
then
to.
I would just like literally set it up on autopilot and then it would dump into, whatever and run it every 24 hours or something like that.
I'm just. This is just what I got. I will have to tweak my little AI prompt showing off. All right, so let's test and let's see. So I'm going to go in a company search. No, I'll
Mhm.
grab one that I've already got. Company search, med spas, these guys will do me. So what I want to test is it as an and search or an or search. So let's use the word. So director should get both of these people. All right. So if it's an and search, I'll use director and president and see if we get both of these people coming back in. Yeah. So let's go. So by title position, we want is director and president. So if I'm setting this up, if it's an and search, it should return nobody because nobody's both. But if it's an or search, we should be able to see both. So now I had that one open, but it's only brought that back. So it is an and search.
It's an and.
Let me fix that. Let me fix
Okay.
that. Okay, cool. So, Mr. Kyle, you know what I'm doing right now. Kyle, please ensure filters.
Yeah, because that would just be so slick to constantly be running that and then like restrict like the number, like say I want to, because every day I want to run, here's what I'm thinking. Every day I want to run this search and I may initially in the search get 50 results, but I want to send 20 every single day. Would I dump that then? Would I set the timing then off of high level? That may be the easiest way, or can there be a way to pull that search on your end,
Yeah.
set
Well,
a
so from our side, you can set
clock
how
on it?
many go across. So we, again, in our own live example, we've got an outreach system going on where we send
Mhm.
across 20 a day from the search. But over in the mails section in the actual automation itself, I can show if you like, we set up a drip function. So no matter like so we've got it set up that the tag adds them to the automation as we teach. So 20 a day going into our CRM and they're automatically being dumped into the mail system. But in
Mhm.
the mail system itself, just again based on experience, I know that if you set up if you set up the system to deliver let's go 20 emails a day um, out to my thing. What happens within GHL is it literally, as soon as it's got 20, it sends. So I've actually got mine set up to drip per hour between certain dates, between certain
Yeah.
times of the day.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I've got
that
a
makes
wait
sense.
step that says between 9 and 5, all right, so business hours only, send one email an hour. Or I think I've actually got it set to be one every 20 minutes. So it's sending 3 emails an hour. So then I've got 20 being dumped in, but my drip function is actually slowing down the actual delivery rate. Because again, it's just for email deliverability, right? Bow to the Gmail gods, bow to the ISPs. The reality is if they see bulk email going out, they're watching not somebody physically with a magnifying glass. They've just got an algorithm that's watching for bulk activity. If every day at 6:01 a.m. it goes bang done, send 100 emails, it's like not very cool. But if I can drip those same 100 emails out over a period of 8 hours, 20 minutes each kind of thing, then it's seeing that a lot more people like. So I use the drip functionality inside of GHL to slow down the actual delivery, but then every day on my autopilot, it's just dumping in a bulk into the system.
And the autopilot, when we're setting that up, is there like I can run the autopilot every 24 hours
Yeah, so
to
there's
see
two
if there's new
options.
information?
So it runs for you. So there's two options. You're either doing it weekly or daily.
Okay.
So I can say 20 a day or 100 a week. And whichever option of those, it'll go midnight, run my search. I don't know if it's midnight
Right.
or 3 p.m. or whatever time it sets, but I think it's actually the time you set it. It'll be 24 hours from that moment. The moment you turn it on, 24 hours.
Okay.
Or it'll go Friday at 100 in. So it's either daily or weekly, and you can set the
Okay.
quantity that it's sending up to, I think it's 100. So you can send up to 100 a day using the autopilot or 100 a week if you just want to do it once every week.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Thank you, Stacey. Hey guys,
No, that's awesome.
I feel like I've been talking too much for a hot seat session. How can we help you best? Guys, I want to really make this the mastermind thing, right? So, have you got a business challenge that you'd like to ask the group? Not so much a technical question inside of White Label Suite, although, if you need a hand, let us know. And support.whitelabelsuite.com. The whole team is ready there and available for you. You don't need to wait for these sessions to ask those questions. But have you got a business challenge that maybe somebody else in the group could be able to solve for you? So if anybody's got wants to raise their hand and volunteer to be on the hot seat, got about 10 minutes left and we can throw that over to the team. Otherwise, Johan and I will do a wrap that we prepared for you earlier. Go, Johan, you start.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised. No.
I can't believe you actually had something ready there. That was fun. Very cool. I'm going to do that to you on stage next week, by the way. So here's a rap that Johan produced, ready for us. Yeah. Nice, man. Cool, guys. What else we got? Has anybody would anybody like to ask a business question where are you up to in your journey? Don't do it, Johan. Don't do it. Do you want to do it? Do you want to do it?
No, we'll wait till next week. It's fine. We'll wait till next week. It's fine.
Is anybody here
Go.
coming to Sydney? Is anybody here coming to the GHL Sydney? Rory Clark's coming to Sydney. I want to get Rory's reaction. This is, wait, have I got,
Only if
you
there's cheese and
just hold up the
sausage.
bottom of yours. I'll go and get the bottom of mine. Hang on a second.
Only if there's cheese and sausages. That's it, Walt.
Benji, we'll come to you in 1 second. We just wanna show
So
off
are
a
you
little
just
bit.
like just on the bottom of the camera? Oh, you're showing the whole thing. All right, I can do that.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Who was fast? We've got some really cool stuff that we're releasing out next week.
Very
Um,
cool.
with one intent, guys. Our entire company has one intent, and that is to help you grow your business. That's what we do. That's why we exist. We are here to help. Our tool simply, we like to see it as an accelerator on that journey. We are here to help you grow your business. That's how we all win. So we've got some pretty cool stuff coming out next week. Benji, husband, amazing to see you, dude.
Hey guys.
Nice to see you, man. Thanks for jumping on.
Yeah.
What are you working on?
Thanks for having me. So I would say right now in my journey, I've got carpet cleaning company that doing really great ads for, getting like really low lead cost, and then they're booked out pretty much solid, which is awesome.
Brilliant. Well done.
So I've taken the results and basically just like putting it out there on all my content, saying what I'm doing, and then I started running ads, and I feel like a pretty good video that's going, and but it's going straight to my website. I don't have a lead magnet or anything. I'm not running a lead ad. I kind of just wanted to test to see if the video would test well. This is just in Canada. But I guess my question is, I wasn't really expecting a lot, like, okay, send them to my website, see what happens, because you book a call from there. You can see everything about Surge Business Pro on the prospect tab. But what would you guys do as far as like a lead magnet or something to acquire the email address through the ads? And then maybe like what I would put in an email, as a follow-up sequence, that type of thing.
So who's the target, Benji?
Hey?
Who's the target? Who are you? Who do you want to come? Do you want other carpet cleaners to come?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, guys. So I've got an idea, and pretty sure Johan's got about 15 of them. But if let's do this. Let's throw this over to the group and see what you guys think. So Benji's situation is got great results for a company in the carpet cleaning space. Wants to be able to attract more carpet cleaners to show that, hey, we can do this for you too. At the moment, running ads to a website, which is generating moderate inquiry but doesn't give you a database. So Benji's question is, what would you do as a lead magnet to offer carpet cleaning companies to see if you can get them to engage with you so that you have an opportunity to follow up and close more deals? So over to the group. Who's got an idea? If you've got an idea, either type it in the chat box or raise your hand, and we will see if we can throw that challenge over to our mastermind group here. What would you do if you were in Benji's situation to develop a lead magnet for carpet cleaning businesses to get them to opt in? Do we have any ideas? If not, I'm going to jump in. Guys, anybody? Benji, doesn't look like it's a problem that only is facing you because nobody's coming up with. No, that's the good thing is
that's why I like
stumped.
coming here. I feel like I'm not alone.
So I'm not alone. I'm not alone in my problem. It makes me feel better. So lead magnets are really, really interesting. I've got an idea. Johan, have you got a couple?
I know, you go, man.
All right. My first idea would be a contest. All right. So, and so a PDF. If you're a carpet cleaner, I can show you 3 ways to increase your booking rate. Use AI 3 different ways. Like you might get some. I mean, why not? You can drop up a PDF super quickly. But yeah, Stacy's commentary there is exactly what I was thinking. So the ugly fence competition, we talked about this on a previous call. A fencing contractor ran a Facebook ad inviting people to submit the ugliest fence and had tens of thousands of people enter the contest. Now, what does that tell you? That everybody here has got an ugly fence. And then they gave away a new fencing package, which was like $10,000 as first prize. And I said, that's the mistake. but not bad if you've got tens of thousands of entries. I prefer a sneaky little tactic that I like to call everyone comes second. And the reason for that is dopamine and human psychology. If you get an email that says, "Hey, thanks so much for entering the carpet cleaners marketing gold competition. Unfortunately, you didn't win this time, but don't forget to hit us up if you need some extra leads." You go,
Mm.
right, that's a negative email. I'm the chances of me actually engaging with you as a company are really, really, really small. But if I switch that around and go, "Hey, thanks so much for entering the Carpet Cleaners Association Gold Marketing Award. Unfortunately, you didn't win this time, but I have some great news for you. You came second, and that gives you $1,000 off the setup fee for getting our thing. Only if you book in the next 30 days, you can claim your coupon, right? So I would give away, something as a second prize that gets them to book quickly and spend the fake money with you so that they take action. I would run everyone comes second. Second, the dirtiest rug. So I would run a competition to get everyone to opt in. So multiple ideas there. And Johan, I'm surprised you didn't turn to the Manus angle.
I've got chaos happening over here with my
Well,
kids
that's
running
probably
around.
right. So I'll forgive you on that case. But so again, real example from our own business with our own lead generation program, the same as you guys have got. I dropped into ChatGPT and I've gone, this is by now it knows who we are and what we do and all that kind of stuff. And I've literally said, what's an idea of my ideal client and three points that they could have on a PDF that they'd respond to. Use AI to generate your next qualified lead. 3 methods for you to book more calls next week. 5 strategies for you to immediately reduce your sales bounce thing, all that kind of stuff. So you can use AI to generate those ideas for PDF downloads and that kind of stuff. But a contest is the way I would go. So from a marketing agency or a carpet cleaning point of view, I would literally call out my ideal audience. So I'd say carpet cleaners enter the dirtiest rug competition. Thank you, Stacey. Amazing. Enter the dirtiest rug competition and win 90 days Facebook marketing done for you. Asterisk down the bottom, just pay your ad cost. All right. And then include the screenshot of your results. Right. And then first prize, 90 days done for you. Second prize, $1,000 off your setup fee. Third prize, $500 off your setup fee. And then everyone comes second. That's what I would do.
Right. Yeah. Dirtiest rug in Canada. I'm sure.
Right.
I'm sure
Wow.
carpet cleaning companies have pictures of some pretty nasty rugs.
Or like, what a great way to get them to shout their own thing out. So dirtiest rug competition. Send us the before and after to enter.
Yeah, we want to see before and afters.
Right. So get them to send you the before and after. So how do I enter? Click here, send us the before and after photo, include your name, website, phone number, and email. Right.
There's a bunch of like stuff up on TikTok too right now, like little clips of like these old like Persian rugs, and they're nasty. They've been in like the middle of hallways for like hundreds of years, and they're just black, and you wouldn't even think that there's a rug there, right? And then they clean it, and like it's an amazing thing. So you could use that as video clips to sort of promote as well.
Right. So then that's amazing idea. I love that contest. So then the logistics of that would be click here to
enter.
To enter and then just build a landing page.
I mean, I would test, right?
Make the landing page all about the contest, because if you just send them to
100%.
the website and ask them to say, "Hey, go find it," or they're going to drop off in 3
Yeah,
seconds.
for sure. I want to
So,
send them
yeah.
somewhere and then
So I was going to say test, but send them somewhere. Make sure that you pixel that page, Benji. So make sure that, anybody who doesn't enter has clicked on it. There's still a carpet cleaning company, and that way you're building that Facebook audience as well. But I would test. So anything I say is opinion, data is fact. I would test lead page, a lead ad versus landing page registration. So can I get them to enter via a Facebook lead ad, which means it's so easy for them to just go enter, details already filled, upload a photo, save and done. I would test lead ad versus landing page and do both.
Hey, just Just a quick one. So I've been busy with the kids here for the last 10 minutes. So excuse me. I have not heard everything that happened in the last 10 minutes, but this is just off the top of my head. So Benji, with your question, I'm assuming so the contest that we're talking about, what these guys did was for one fence company, under that fence company's page, they ran the world's crappiest, Australia's crappiest fence or worst fence. So
Right.
that is the company. The ad was run by the agency. The competition was the worst fence in Australia. All those leads then belong to that company.
Mhm.
What you're talking about is attracting carpet cleaning companies to you. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. For them, I would pick one carpet cleaning company. I would run the dirtiest rug campaign. I would show them the results, take those results, and then email those results to all the other carpet cleaning companies and go, hey, we can only work with one person in your area because this is the type of competition we run. Would you like us to set this up, manage it all for you? That's what I would do.
That's
And so
that's a
now,
different spin. So do that month two, or do that first up if you think, yeah, Johan, absolutely. So we did this for XYZ carpet company. We can do this for you too. Again, enter to win or whatever it might be.
yeah, exactly. So sorry, I didn't hear the last 10 minutes. Apologies.
No,
I just
great.
wanted to add that in
So
there.
like do run
Awesome.
that same ugly rug competition for your client to get them more clients. Use those results to get you more carpet cleaners. Do that as well,
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
I'm pretty certain from talking with my client, he ran that a couple years ago, and it did really well.
Perfect.
So I think probably be able to extract those results and then use that. So that'd be awesome too.
So Stacey's other comment there, Benji, just to carry that through, is a reactivation campaign for people. So for example, your client, you're fairly sure that he did that already. There's a really great chance that carpet cleaners around the area have got a database of clients. You could literally say, running a marketing test for the next 3 carpet cleaning agencies. We'll do a marketing campaign for you for free. Only pay if you get results. 3 spots only. And then here's the key magic words: apply now.
Right.
Right? It's not
And
a. It's not a.
make it urgent too. Like if you started on Monday, tell them, hey, this is a booked by Friday deal, or this is a booked by next Monday deal. That way they can see that window too. Because if they go, oh, they can help me book, they're just going to put it on the back burner and go, when I need more leads, I'll contact that person. When I want to do that, I'll contact them. But if you put a
Right.
deadline on it with, hey, let's get you booked by Friday, let's go now, they'll
Yep.
be more apt to get it done now.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the reason for the apply now is because you want to maximize your returns. So I would add in there apply now, and in that application just have it as a survey or form on the opt-in page. How
Yeah.
long have you been in business? How many people are in your company? And you want to work that reactivation campaign with the biggest ones. I've been in business for 10 years. I've got 5 staff. You're my guy. I'm going to run a reactivation campaign for you for free, and I'll take a percentage of the sales. Right?
Right.
Get you,
Gotcha.
get you an in, get
Hey,
them free money.
hey Benji, check this out. I went into Instagram. I typed into the search bar carpet cleaning. The first videos that pop up 11.7 million, 54 million, 31 million people, 52.6 million, 35.3 million people, 9.8 million. These are videos that have gone viral on carpet cleaning. You could literally use these for your ads or for, yeah,
Mm.
get the inspiration from there.
Yeah, like
Awesome.
Makes
offer
people
offer
feel
a
better
marketing
about
campaign.
themselves that they see somebody else being a pig.
I
Yeah. No
didn't know
kidding.
people like watching carpet cleaning videos. This is a whole new thing. That's crazy.
Guess what your
Now,
Instagram feed's going to be full of between now and next week, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about the new Instagram algorithm for you guys.
Yeah,
Carpet cleaning.
right.
You're going to see before and afters for the next 5 days.
Hey, that's
yeah,
brilliant. I love it.
exactly.
I love it. I love it. Hey guys, we are just about out of time. Benji, thank you, man. Does some of those ideas give you a
Yeah.
starting point?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Value from the
brilliant.
call?
Thank you guys. Thanks everybody for your input.
You're welcome, man. Great to see you. And thank you for our team as well. You guys are amazing. Hey guys, so we run a very specific standard kind of cadence with our weekly meetings. The first weekly meeting is a guest speaker. So we bring somebody in from the outside to help us grow our business. The second meeting of the month is a tech training session. So that's where you get to listen to me drone on about all of our cool stuff and you get to go and implement it in your own business. The third meeting is a Q&A session where you bring questions and we'll answer them for you. And the fourth one, just like this, is what we call our hot seat. Now, every now and again, 4 times a year, as it so happens, there's a fifth Thursday in the month, and this happens to be one of those. So next week, there's actually no partners training meeting because it's the fifth one. You guys get to have a break, but that doesn't mean we disappear. Johan and I are going to be in Sydney talking on the high level SaaSpreneur stage in this coming week, but our entire team are here for you. So if you've got a question, drop it off to us. If you've got a strategy, drop it off to us. You're going to see some strategy videos coming out pretty soon that we want to help you guys get more activity. So we're going to be busting out some strategy videos that you can white label and you can put it into your own training centers within the white label tool itself. But so no partners training next week.
Actually,
that doesn't mean we're disappearing. So make sure you've got your questions coming through. Johan.
I'm thinking maybe we do next week as a what happened at Aspen in Sydney, right?
You want to do a launch party?
You do it live.
Do you want to do a launch party?
Well, we could do the launch party. We could show them what we're showing them at Sydney. We could tell them what we learnt at Sydney. I think it's going to be pretty epic. So, okay, guys,
overruled.
Let's have a training next week.
Let's do it. All right. So next week we weren't going to have a training, and now we are going to have a training, and we're going to show you what we talked about in Sydney and what we learned in Sydney from Billie Jean, and what Billie Jean learned from us. We're going to talk about that as well. So Friday for us in Australia, Thursday for you guys. We're on. Let's talk about Sydney. That sounds great. All right, I'm happy with it.
I better see some cheese and sausages.
Hey, that just sounds wrong. I just don't want to get into that.
We don't say that over here, Stacey. It's just we don't do that.
Yeah, ask an Australian for cheese and sausages. I don't know what you're going to get right there. And again, it's Instagram feeds that could stay with you for a while. But yeah, sounds good to me. We're going to turn up on Friday. You guys turn up on Thursday because that'll make it work. And yeah, let's have some fun. I'm with that. Johan, sounds good.
Sounds good. All right, guys. Thank you.
All right, guys, you're amazing. Let's go and have some fun. See you.